Welcome back to Dicky's Garage, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be working on the Big Block Lightning. Now, for those of you that watched the last video on this truck, you may remember that we ended that video with finding this. This is a broken camshaft thrust plate. Broken in two pieces when we took it apart, so we're not really sure how that happened. All we know is that is not good. So our engine is sitting just how we left it. We've got the cam gears off and just an exposed crankshaft here. Now, I'm a little concerned with this whole gasket situation on the oil pan. That timing kit was designed just to replace these sections in a little bit of silicone and not drop this oil pan. I may just try to reuse these back because they're in pretty good shape, because these things only got probably maybe an hour tops of runtime on them. So we're going to do pretty much what we did last time, except we're going to move the time-lapse camera a little closer in, trying to get a better shot of some of the work we're doing. We're also racing the daylight here. That sun's going down quick, so we're probably going to be working in the dark till we get this thing finished. The first thing we got to do, though, is get all these parts cleaned up, get all the gasket surfaces ready, and prep this thing for reassembly. So let's get to work. So it's currently the next day. We worked into the night on that stupid timing sprocket setup, but it did not go so well. We ended up having to beat pry bar and chisel those things back off. They didn't fit the shaft. I don't know what the deal was, but we're gonna go with a different setup. We actually explored the idea of putting this old wore out set on there because we couldn't find a late night solution. But what we have is a CarQuest or Advanced Auto Parts 73084. This is just an OE style replacement. I tell you, after all the trouble we went through trying to fit the other sprockets, let's see how this fits compared to that. No hammers required. That's how it's supposed to work. So we're going to start back where we left off, put this thing together, and see if we can't do ourselves a smoky burnout. Alright, so we're almost ready to give this thing a test fire. We've got to put coolant in it and oil in it, and then we're going to be ready to hit the key and see what happens. What do you think, Kev? Is it going to run?
Absolutely.
He is an absolute camera hog, isn't he? He can't look at the camera. Oh, he looked at it. So it might run. We don't know yet. We got a little bit of juice to finish putting in it, and then we're going to give it a test fire. So we're installing the broken battery cable. Sparks are a good sign. I mean, it's just not dead.
You ready?
Yeah. So I'm going to step back just a little bit. Uh-oh. The really amusing part of this is he's pumping the throttle like it has a carburetor. So after some slight timing adjustments, we got it running, right? So last night we managed to get this truck running, and we got it running pretty well, actually, maybe better than it's ran before. I've already gone through this morning, done a full leak check on everything. No oil leaking, no coolant leaking. The way I figure, we've only got one thing left to do. Let's take this old girl for a test drive. On that note, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.